Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Stockport. We join ourselves here on the page of Darren Stevenson, mainly because someone asked to see him, and that's what we're going to do. So as always guys, if you do want to see certain players on these sort of screens when I start the videos, because it's one of the few screens I can start the game on without actually spoiling what's happened, then do let me know and I'll show you other guys too. Darren Stevenson, what a man. Player of the season for us last year, top goal scorer in, not the division, but top goal scorer for us, hit 30 in all comps last year in our promotion to this league. I tried to replace him because I just didn't think he'd be good enough at this level. In comes Jason Biscuit Banton, does okay, but isn't exactly in my good books. Darren Stevens comes back into the team and has been fantastic ever since, for the most part anyway. He's certainly not as prolific as he was last year, but higher standard, and he's not grown a great deal because he is 26 after all. He's been fantastic. He really, really has. Huge thanks to Darren. So we need to crack on immediately because we've got the double live com today with a game in between because of the FA Trophy and a few games off camera to discuss. So, yeah, we got to get going. So against Woking, who I believe are in the division below, in the FA Trophy, we had a bloody good time, scoring 5 goals. It was just nice to see us actually put a few more goals past people. Lately, in the last few matches anyway, we've actually been scoring some decent numbers and making our dominance count. This game was no different. Ashley Palmer, not from a corner. This time it was a free kick, whipped in, I believe, by Paris Magoma. Whipped in, Palmer at the back post to head it in. Darren Stevenson grabbed himself a brace. Jaden Anthony grabbed himself a brace. The battle on that right-hand side between Cope and Anthony is hotting up like mad now. They are both really playing fantastically well this year, but Dazza, another man of the match for him. Next up, we played away to bottom club Gateshead. More on them in a minute because one of you asked a question about Jim Gannon, their manager slash ex-manager. We had Jack Payne sent off 2 minutes into this game for a 2-footed lunge. Obviously trying to inflict the pain on someone. Didn't work out for him brilliantly, and he was sent off very, very early. But thank goodness for Jaden Thompson-Brissett. JTB was our saviour. Despite us being down to 10 men for the entire match, we still actually dominated Gates, so it just shows you how bad they are. A penalty for Jaden Thompson-Brissett, and then he was played in behind and made it 2-0 later in the game. A great win away with 10 men, even though it was the bottom club. That took some digging. And probably JTB's best performance of the season, or certainly up there. Then we travelled away to Hartlepool, a decent side in this league, and you'll notice Ashley Palmer scored again, but yet again, a free kick, not a corner. It's weird. We seem to, like I said before, go in these weird spells. We haven't scored a free kick, like an indirect one, for a long time, and then we got 2 in a row, well, nearly 2 in a row, both from Ashley Palmer, both assisted by Paris Magoma, just a ball to the back post from a free kick, and Palmer was there. I think he actually finished it with his feet, which was kind of interesting. Harvey Nibbs then did equalise for Hartlepool in this game, which is a bit of a shame, but we were bound to drop our little winning run eventually. That being said, JTB was put through on goal in stoppage time and missed an absolute sitter that could have given us yet another victory. But we do stay unbeaten, and all of that leaves us at the top now, 4 points above Dulwich Hamlet. Barnet now sitting in third, with Leyton Orient really slipping off the pace now, 7 points behind us. We're in a very good position now, a 4-point gap. Dulwich doing very well. Someone actually told me in the comments that if Dulwich were to get promoted, that would be 3 straight promotions for them. And I think if they're going to do it, it kind of needs to be this year, because they're going to lose a lot of their best players. Palmer now, best average rating in the entire division. He just seems to be growing over the last few matches, just scoring goals, basically. His defensive efforts have been fine, but going forward is where he's really done well. Now, a couple of bits. Firstly, Simon Zubik, the young Polish-English lad, has left the club on a free-to-join crew. He was never getting a game time for us, and I felt that it was the best thing for his career if he left. We also had a bid from Forest Green Rovers for Ashley Palmer of... how much was it? I actually don't know if I wrote it down. 10k, which I said no, because he's worth like 19k, I think. So why would we sell him for less than half of his value when he's playing so well? Also had bids from Magoma on the final day of the transfer window for the other clubs anyway, and we got them up to £77,000 with clauses including loan backs and 50% of next sale. But we don't need to sell him right now because he's quite happy to stay. At the end of the season, that probably will be a different matter, but it was just interesting to test the waters and see how much we could potentially get for him when the time comes. So I kind of know where I'm at on a negotiating standpoint. Also, those of you that have been using the tactic that I put on the Steam Workshop, or in the comments to the video, which was also the Steam Workshop, do let me know how you're getting on with that. I'd be very, very interested to know. Did you find that you had to use certain types of players for the roles, or did you find it was just a bit plug and play? I don't think it's going to be the case that it's plug and play, but you never know, really, do you? Also, feel free to send me screenshots of that on Twitter. I'll be very, very interested in that. Right, there's no beating around the bush today. We're playing against Salford, who are 7th in the league. I kept expecting them to jump up, and they just haven't. It's actually a little bit mental. They're only just inside the playoffs. If they were to not make the playoffs this year, that would be a travesty for them. We're in great form. We're unbeaten in 14 league matches, which is astonishing. The Fylde game, the 2-0 defeat to Fylde, was our last defeat. However, I just wonder if Salford are going to do what they did at home. We'll see. As for the team, Jake Cope has kind of dropped off the form charts a little bit recently. So I'm actually going to give Jaden Anthony his chance because, like I said, I want to pick players based on form. Jack Payne, he is technically back, which means Moody Moo will have to drop out. I know a lot of you guys like Moody Moo, but it's great to be able to rotate. But, oh, actually, wait, no. Do we want that? I'm not sure we do. Let's bring Jack Payne back in and maybe even drop Magoma for Moody Moo because his fit... it's a bit of both, really, isn't it? It's the problem with all these games coming thick and fast. And we might well have to drop Ash Palmer today, too, and bring in Enis Mahmutovic because I don't think the last game we played was not far away because of the fact that things got moved. We've got a cup match in between the two live comps today as well against Barrow. I don't understand why your games are always so close when the stats are so far in your favour. Poor finishing. Genuinely, I think the reason for that is that the stats aren't as far in our favour as they might look. We have a lot of shots sometimes, but there's a lot of bad shots in there. So if you look at the chances, they're a lot more even than you might think. But even so, I do think that Jaden Thompson-Brissett is still not the best striker. He does miss a lot of chances that are a bit traditional chances where a ball is played in behind and he's onto it. He does not put them away as much as I would like. So on the bench, Ward, Palmer, Magoma, Danaher, and of course Jake Cope. But I'm giving Jaden Anthony his chance because he's got 8 goals this year. And like someone said, Cope only has 1 finishing and 1 heading, which is amazing considering how many goals he's got this year and how many chances he's created. They've got a regen in the defence here. This is Callum Sambridge, who he looks quite alright as well, actually. Jesus Christ. Where are these regions coming from in this league, man? Seems like everyone's got their own Bruno Bridges. Well, favourites for a reason, go out there and do it, yes. I'm a little bit concerned because without Ashley Palmer, I do feel like we're going to sacrifice some of our set-piece efficiency that we've shown in recent matches because he is the king of that, really. Cameron John does get the occasional one, but it's mostly Ash Palmer that's responsible for most of our set-piece goals, frankly, or in some way, whether it be assists or goals himself. Very important to keep an eye on the other teams as well. But Gideman's ball in. We can... Oh! Wow, that should have been a chance. We actually conceded 2 corners against Woking. That was how both their goals came, so that was deflected as well, apparently. Duxbury's ball. Mahmutovic, saved by Pears. And that should be easily cut up by Duxbury. That's a really poor touch from Scott Duxbury. Gaffney's through, and saved by Hinchcliffe. Good chance for Salford City. Uh-oh, Biggie Romano with the outswinger, and it's... Oh, wow. I mean, really, they should have had 2 goals from corners already in this game. What a first 10 minutes. And Bruno Bridges has done badly there. Lloyd, across. What a save initially from Gaffney. Alex Jones puts it in. Salford, they've created some good chances so far. And we trail 1-0 at home to Salford. They're just like our bogey team this year. Bruno Bridges does not do well here. Gets caught out by Lloyd. But then it's a wonderful save from Hinchcliffe. But on the rebound again, nothing Hinchcliffe could do about that. The defenders could have, though. Well, not the best first half. We started well, created some early chances, but Alex Jones's goal for Salford, nothing really happened after that. Dulwich are 2-0 up in their game, but Orient are losing. Barnet aren't playing, I don't think. But I'm not really sure what more we can do other than just keep on going at the moment, and hoping that we'll find something in this match. We've not been good creatively at all. We've only really had that 1 chance from Mahmutovic from a set piece. Here we go again. Salford just look like the better side at the moment. It seems that they are probably the best side in this league on their day, but they've not been on their day enough this season. That's what it certainly looks like to me anyway. Oh, if someone can find Darren Stevenson with a good ball here. That's definitely not it. Emmanuel Thomas. Into the channel. Gaffney's through. Saved by Hinchcliffe. He's keeping us in the game at the moment. Ball in again here, and it's cleared away. Bruno Bridges picks it up on the edge of the box. Can he cut inside and have a shot himself? Blocked. Cleared away. Uh-oh. Well, we've got 2-on-1. We should be okay. Yeah, easily. No, not mopped up. Got a lot of players surging to the back post here, Salford. Get your blocks in, guys. Oh, Hinchcliffe's forced to make a save there. Not good defending at all from us. Right, some things are not going right in this game. But I don't want to make too many subs too soon. But we are going to get Danaher on for Johnson, for JTB. And I think Jake Cope as well. We're going to save the other substitution. It'll probably be Magoma, though. And I might move Moody Moo back in there. A single goal, though, could change everything in this match. That's what's really important. Moody Moo into the channel for Danaher. Oh, what about that? George Danaher squares it. He's been on the pitch a matter of seconds, and he's already squared that across for Alec Moody Moo. I have a chant for him somewhere. Let's see if I can dig it out. I was about to try and sing that, but as usual, I didn't want to embarrass myself by messing it up. Danaher, lovely ball across, and Moody Moo with a beautiful finish in the bottom corner. It's 1-1. Moody Moo with the goal. Brilliant stuff. Oh, what the hell? Right, that's totally my fault. So I took off... I must have brought the wrong... So I just put Danaher on at right wing, and he's just got an assist from right wing. Fair play to you, mate, but that's not where I really want you. That's actually quite a weird one. A magical substitution there. So Jake Cope will now come on for Jaden Thompson-Brissett. I wonder why he was still on the pitch. Hinchcliffe just looking long for Darren Stevenson. They've let him win the header, which was bizarre of them. Jake Cope's in. Can he finish again? No, he can't. That one finishing showing itself off there. And that looks like it's going to do it. Stockport County 1, Salford 1. If Hinchcliffe would ever take this. There we go. It's a 1-1 draw. It's better than I expected given where we were at parts of this game. We probably could have had... They could have had more goals, undeniable. And the fact that my mistake substitution was what actually gave us the goal, putting Danaher on the right wing, provided the assist for Moody Moo. Lovely little link up between those two. Moody Moo's just earned us a point there, and I'm very thankful to Alec for that. That's a huge point, really, because it keeps Salford down, and it keeps us unbeaten. 15 now. So we had one game off camera in between. The third round of the FA Trophy against Barrow. What a game this was. A goal from Paris Magoma set up by Danaher, but then a hat-trick for Jaden Anthony. He got a penalty and 2 more brilliant goals after that. He had an absolutely wonderful day. Unfortunately, we gave up too many chances in the second half, and Mike Fondop and Josh Kay, obviously from the penalty spot. Yeah, it wasn't... We gave him a lot more chances than we should have done, frankly, but we did at least score a decent number of goals, and Anthony now our top scorer with 11. He's really coming. But today, we're up against Dulwich. They were knocked out of the cup. They're 2 points behind us. Barnet have now snuck into third spot now. They're really flying up afterwards. They've actually overtaken, or at least equaled us, on the number of corner goals this year. There's actually them and Harrogate are both tied, I think, on 16 with us now. So we rotated a few players around for the last game, but we're going to go back to a relatively stable lineup. Elliot KB still isn't fully fit. Toure will drop back out again. He got a good assist for one of Anthony's goals, though. George Danaher will stay in the side, though. I'm determined to give him a bit of a chance now because I want to see if he can be a bit better than Thompson Brissett. As for that, though, we're going to unchange everything, really. Bridges will continue to keep his place at the moment, which is nice for him, I think. Like, he really is steadily improving, which is fantastic for me. And he's still got that potential, which is nice. So on the bench, Ward, Banton, Cope, JTB, and Moody Moo. We're going to go after McGugan, of course. Must say, I do love Dulwich's pink kit. I'm very fond of that. Their form standings have not been great lately, though. 13th, whereas we're 5th. Right, let's get into this. I would take a point. If we manage to get a point in this one as well against 2 of the better sides in this league, and we'd probably manage to stay top then, unless Barnet go and get another win. Who are Barnet playing? They're away at Blyth. Though Orient are winning. Also, sorry, Blyth. Vincent. The thing is, Dulwich, probably the best performance a team has played against us this year was Dulwich in that first game. Because they really do try and play football, and that's scary. Like, they keep the ball on the ground. They've got the best possession stats in the entire division. Channel. This is what Anthony does. He's in. Good tackle. It's across the box for Darren Stevenson. Yes! 8 minutes on the clock. Dulwich 0, Stockport 1. And this is the kind of win that says we might well be going up as champions, potentially. This is a great spot as well from Danaher into the channel. He has better vision and better passing than JTB. It's really unlucky there. And the defenders did a terrible job. That being said, like, the initial tackle is bad, but there's 2 more guys to clear that up. Darren Stevenson's 11th of the season, and we lead. Duxbury's ball. Palmer completely unmarked at the back post. Duxbury back across. Oh, chance again. Duxbury's back across, and it's nearly in again. This is a very, very tight game at the moment. Very little to give either way. Just that mistake. Look at Holmes. He's got the pace. Watch out for that back post ball. Gooden's through. And what a save from Hinchcliffe. I've noticed that Bruno Bridges really does seem to get caught out with those kind of passes. He's just not got good positioning, I don't think. McGugan's ball in. Headed away cleared by Demayo, rather. Danaher might... No, it's free. I'd say we're very fortunate to be ahead at half-time. Literally, that mistake has been the only real chance of the game. But we are winning, and this is huge because it would send us 4 points clear at the top again, this time over Barnet, and keep the others fighting amongst themselves. Just keep manage the gap. Let's have it. Even if we were to slip down to a draw, it wouldn't be the worst result. Like, it would keep us unbeaten, and that would be, what, 16 games in the league unbeaten then? Ball in. Stevenson! Oh, what about that? He tried to cut that back for Danaher, and maybe it'd have been better just shooting. This game is so tight right now. Duxbury's ball. Magoma! Stevenson! Saved by Rogers. Here we go again. Magoma's ball. Back post again. Palmer brings it down. Uh-oh, breakaway. We should be okay. Oh, what the hell? All right, Bruno Bridges. What was that, mate? He's literally just run back into the midfield and left a giant gap open for Dulwich. Vincent, and that could have been 1-1. I don't know what Bruno Bridges was playing at there. I understand getting back in position, but what on earth? Holmes, oh, it's straight in. Paul Holmes, great goal. I mean, Lewis McGugan's crossed into the box, and it's been coming. We've allowed too many chances like that. Oh, nice. The stadium looks good. Shouldn't be able to score a header from there, though, really. You could argue that the 2 players on the line there are interfering with the goalkeeper. It doesn't matter, though, because it's a corner. Then again, they could still be offside, but they weren't. Right. Danaher we're going to get off for Brissett, and Anthony for Cope. Switch things around a little bit there. Demayo's not been great today, either. 15 seconds to go. A long throw. Stevenson flicks it on. Palmer! Oh, he's offside. Ashley Palmer made the run, but he was offside. Close. Must have been. Oh, here we go. We're going to get a replay. I assume it's from the flick on here. And, he's not close at all. Ashley Palmer is absolutely miles offside here. What I don't get, though, and this is something SI really do need to look at. Why don't the defenders track the runners from these throw-ins? I see it happening from both ones I take and ones the AI take, because they take less long throws. But they really do need to have a look at that, because that's something that is a bit annoying. I guess I'd have taken draws in these games just because we don't lose ground to any of those teams around us. And that's kind of what's more important for me. There we go. Dulwich won, Stockport won. We took the lead early on, but Paul Holmes' header from a corner makes it 1-1 here. It's not the end of the world, frankly. We're still unbeaten. The morale is still going to be high, and we've still got a lot of games left this year. And Dulwich are a great side. They really play nice football, and fair play to them. So, next episode, I'm hoping to wrap the season up in 3 more videos this year. So, the next episode, I'm going to do a single live comp with Maidstone United, because we've got a big chunk of games in there, including the Suttons, Barrows, Bromley game, and there might even be another cup game in there too. Solihull, Aldershot, Halifax. Then we're going to come back after that, but then after that, we're going to come back and do Notts County and Harrogate as a double because they're both playoff contention sides. And then the final episode of the season will be Barnet and Ebbsfleet United, because I don't think it's going to be a case of us having already won the title going into those 2 games like it was last season. I think that could be us desperately trying to claw. And besides, if we don't go up as champions, then there'll be plenty more at the end of the season because we'll have the playoffs as well. So if you have enjoyed this episode, and I really hope you have, drop a like on the video. We've actually drawn 3 of our last 4 games, 1-1. Not ideal. Then drop a like on the video. That would be awesome. And if you're new to the channel, hit that big old subscribe button. That would be fantastic as well. And I'll join you guys soon for some more Football Manager goodness. See you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.